Hello friends, this video on electromagnetic waves part 8 is brought to you by examfear.com. No more fear from exam. Please make sure that you have watched all the videos till part 7 before going ahead with part 8. So now that we have understood electromagnetic waves, so far we discussed what are electromagnetic waves, what are the properties of electromagnetic waves, how are electromagnetic waves produced. Now we will study something very interesting which is known as electromagnetic spectrum. Electromagnetic spectrum is nothing but it will tell us what are the various categories of electromagnetic waves, because inside electromagnetic waves also you have different varieties of electromagnetic waves, and you will see that each of them has very specific applications which many of which you encounter in your day-to-day life. So it will be very interesting to study this topic on electromagnetic spectrum, because this topic will actually tell you how can you put electromagnetic waves into practical uses. So now let us look at the electromagnetic spectrum. What is electromagnetic spectrum? It is nothing but classification of electromagnetic waves according to frequency or wavelength. Now, electromagnetic waves, now whenever I talk about any wave, that wave will have a wavelength, it will have a frequency, and those are the basic characteristics of a wave, right? So now these electromagnetic waves, depending upon the wavelength, they are classified into several types. Now, so this entire classification of electromagnetic waves is known as the electromagnetic spectrum, right? So these are the classification of electromagnetic waves. Now, right now I'll be displaying them in decreasing order of wavelength. So if you look here, you have total 7 categories of electromagnetic waves, right? That means these 7 categories of waves together constitute the electromagnetic spectrum. They are all electromagnetic waves, just that any electromagnetic wave whose wavelength is greater than 0.1 meters, they are called radio waves. Similarly, any electromagnetic wave whose wavelength lies in this range of 0.1 meter to 1 millimeter, they are microwaves. Similarly, infrared waves, visible light, ultraviolet, X-rays and gamma rays. So these 7 waves together constitute the electromagnetic spectrum. Now, sometimes it is little difficult to remember which has the smallest wavelength, which has the largest wavelength, and so on and so forth. So you can just remember it like this. Just remember the initials R, M, I, V, U, X, G. Right? So these are the initials and they are in the order of decreasing wavelength. So that means this will have maximum wavelength and this will have the minimum wavelength, right? Now, wavelength increasing means frequency is decreasing. Now, we will talk about wavelength and frequency and the relation between wavelength and frequency in the next few slides. But for now, you just remember it like this, that now, if somebody asks you which has the minimum wavelength or which wave in the electromagnetic spectrum has the maximum wavelength, so it is better if you remember this order. So there is one way of remembering this order is, you can remember it like this, that a red man in violet uniform with X gun. So that is one way of remembering it. If you like it, you can remember it like this. And if you think that you can remember it anyways, that's good enough, right? So what is this? It is a red man in violet uniform with X gun, right? So this is how you can remember this order. So let me write it down. Red man in violet uniform with X gun, right? So these are the different categories of electromagnetic waves. So now, before I discuss each of these waves in detail, it is better if we talk a little bit on frequency and wavelength of electromagnetic waves, so that things will be easier for you to understand further. So let us describe electromagnetic energy. Now, why are we talking about electromagnetic energy? Because when I talk about each of these waves in the electromagnetic spectrum, what we are concentrating is the electromagnetic energy carried by each of them. Because depending upon their frequency, depending upon their energy, or depending upon their wavelength, they are put into different practical purposes. So these are the three things that play a very important role in case of an electromagnetic wave. So electromagnetic energy can be described by frequency, wavelength, or energy. I mean, you can describe it in terms of frequency, in terms of wavelength, or in terms of energy. Right? Now let me explain each of these three terms in detail: frequency, wavelength, and energy. What is frequency? Now, if you look at the previous slide, I talked about the 7 categories of electromagnetic waves. Right? Now, in this 7 categories, if you consider the radio waves and the microwaves, the radio waves and microwaves, they are described in terms of frequency. We generally say that microwaves have these frequencies, I mean this range frequency, radio waves of this range frequencies. So generally, however, it is equivalent whether we describe in terms of frequency or wavelength or energy. All the three terms are equivalent, but the general usage is such that radio waves and microwaves are generally described in terms of frequency. Infrared waves and visible light are generally described in terms of wavelength, and X-rays and gamma rays are generally described in terms of energy. So let us see what is frequency, what is wavelength, and what is energy, and how are they related to each other. Right? Because as I told you, the heart of the electromagnetic waves lies in the energy carried by the electromagnetic waves. So electromagnetic energy is the heart of electromagnetic waves. Because of this, electromagnetic waves have so much of practical usage. So let us talk about frequency first. What is frequency? It is nothing but a measure of the number of crests that pass a given point . So frequency is nothing but the number of crests that pass a given point within 1 second. So crest and trough, right? This is crest, this is your crest, and this is your trough. So that means the number of crests that pass a given point within 1 second. Let us suppose if I have a wave like this. I say that this wave has 3 crests that pass a point in 1 second. That means 3 crests. 1, 2, 3. These 3 crests pass 1 point. Let us say this point. This is my point. So these 3 will pass this point in 1 second. So what would be the frequency of this wave? The frequency would be equal to 3 hertz, because 3 crests are passing a point in 1 second. So SI unit for frequency is hertz. When I talk about wavelength, wavelength is nothing but it is the distance between consecutive crests. That means, let us suppose if this is a wave. So this is one crest, this is one crest. So this distance is your wavelength lambda, or the distance between 2 troughs, that is this distance is your lambda, or the distance between this starting point to this starting point. So this is 1 lambda, right? So the distance between 2 consecutive crests or 2 consecutive troughs is known as wavelength. So wavelength is nothing but it is the distance. So the unit has to be meter. So the unit is meter for wavelength. Now wavelength can range from a very small value to a very large value. Any wave can have a very small wavelength and it can also have a very large wavelength. Now when I talk about energy, how do we describe electromagnetic wave in terms of energy. I mean, we can describe an electromagnetic wave in terms of wavelength. We can say that this electromagnetic wave has 2 meters wavelength, right? Or we can say this electromagnetic wave has a frequency of 2 hertz. But how do we describe an electromagnetic wave in terms of energy? An electromagnetic wave is described in terms of its energy in units of electron volt. What is electron volt? Electron volt is nothing but kinetic energy needed to move one electron through a potential of 1 volt. So energy needed to move one electron through a potential of 1 volt is 1 electron volt. So we can describe an electromagnetic wave in terms of its energy in electron volts. Right? So these are the 3 ways by which an electromagnetic wave can be described. We can describe an electromagnetic wave in terms of frequency or wavelength or energy. So now, moving along the electromagnetic spectrum, as you saw in the previous slide, in the spectrum, we said that it is in the order of decreasing wavelength. That means the wavelength is decreasing. Now, as the wavelength decreases, the energy increases, right? So wavelength and energy are inversely proportional to each other. As the wavelength decreases, what is wavelength? Wavelength is nothing but the distance between the consecutive crests. For example, let us suppose this is one wave and this is another wave. So here if you see, the wavelength is this distance. And what is the wavelength here? Here the wavelength is this much distance. So in this case, your wavelength is decreasing. And what is happening to the energy? Energy is nothing but the amount of kinetic energy required to move one electron through a potential difference of 1 volt. So that means as the frequency is decreasing, I mean as the wavelength is decreasing, each wavelet is coming near to each other. So the amount of energy that is associated with that particular wave will increase. Right? So energy and wavelength, they are inversely proportional to each other, and energy is directly proportional to frequency. We will see it in the next slide. Let us look at the relation between wavelength. So now let us look at the relationship between wavelength and frequency. Now, as I mentioned that the speed of light c is given as is found to be the product of wavelength and frequency. So from this we can say that wavelength lambda is equal to c divided by frequency. So this is what is the relationship between wavelength and frequency of an electromagnetic wave. Now what about energy? How is energy related to wavelength or frequency? Energy is given as h nu, and nu can be written as hc by lambda. So we can say that energy is directly proportional to frequency and energy is inversely proportional to lambda. Therefore, when we look at the electromagnetic spectrum, so what is my electromagnetic spectrum? It is red man in violet uniform with X gun, right? So this is in decreasing order of wavelength, right? So that means wavelength is decreasing in this order. So the wavelength is maximum for radio waves and it is minimum for gamma rays. Therefore, what will happen to the frequency? So when I talk about frequency, frequency would be increasing like this. This would be the frequency. That means frequency will be maximum. So that means the frequency will be decreasing like this. So this is having maximum wavelength. So this will have minimum frequency, right? And what about energy? Energy will be same as frequency. Thank you. Please visit examfear.com to watch free educational videos, try free online tests, get the best quality study materials, study from the best tutors and mentors, and much more. Thank you once again.